Hey everybody, this is Lance from ThetaTraders.com. In this video I'm going to go over a way to do the wheel strategy, but also get a pretty good credit if you happen to get assigned on a naked put. So what we're going to be doing is looking at ratio spreads as a interesting and I think a pretty effective way to enter into a wheel position where you're going to be buying one put contract, selling two put contracts a little bit further out of the money, and then being okay getting assigned on one of those two sold puts. You also have a put debit spread from the bought put and one of the sold puts. So if we get down to the sold puts, you're going to be okay taking assignment on one of those contracts, but then you're going to also hit max profit on the put debit spread. So I'm going to show some examples of how to set this up and some possible trades that you could do with it. Let's get right to it. Put debit spread with another sold put that I did recently on SOUN. Did this 5 days ago. There's still 12 days left until it expires. So the stock price is currently at 20.62. And what I did is I bought a put at 18, and then I sold two puts at the 17 strike price. This makes it a put ratio spread. You can consider it again with a 18-17 put debit spread and then an additional 17 put. So what are the possible outcomes at expiration? If the stock stays above the 18, so 18 anywhere positive, it would make the max credit, or the full credit that I received when I took in the trade. And I took in $35 off the trade. It only used, I think I was around $260 in margin. So good overall return if it stays above the 18. If it goes a little bit below the 18, between the 18 and 17, then the 18 bought put will have some value at expiration. So you can make a little bit more than the initial credit in that case. If it closes right at 17, that'd be the max profit on the trade because the 18 would gain a full dollar in value and the two sold puts at 17 would expire worthless. If it goes below the 17, at this point I'm going to be closing out the put debit spread of one of these two sold contracts. This would be a $100 gain from the 18 to the 17. And then I'll take assignment on the other 17, which means I'll get 100 shares of stock after expiration. At that point, I will be either selling covered calls or even a covered strangle, where I sell a covered call and then I sell another naked put. I could also sell another ratio spread. And the reason why I might do that is it lowers the break even compared to just selling one of the 17 puts. So if I just sold one of the 17 puts and it went below 17, at that point, my cost basis would be 17 minus the premium I took in to sell the put. But by doing it this way, I have an extra $100 of profit because I have that put debit spread on. So I think that's a good way to enter in put debit spreads to get shares of stock. You want to do this with relatively higher implied volatility positions just to make sure your initial credit is decent in case it doesn't go down to these strike prices. But it's a pretty flexible trade in terms of making profits and lowering your cost basis pretty dramatically if it goes below those short puts. Possible positions that you could do a put ratio spread on. So this is using the Theta Pro indicator that I helped create, where it shows sell put or sell call indicators based on momentum, RSI, Bollinger Bands, all that good stuff. So here is one with Amazon. Amazon, the sell put on the 2 hour chart did just pop up, and we are trending upward in the last day or so. So Amazon might be a good candidate to do a put ratio spread. You typically want to do these where there's a little bit bullish bias on it. And then if in case the direction does turn, you could still make good profits by wheeling out one of the two sold puts. So look at Amazon real quick. Amazon's at 224. If you go around 30, 40 days out, look at around 33, I would look to possibly buy a little bit below the 224, maybe the 215 or 210. So you're going to buy one of those contracts, and then you want to sell two a little bit lower. You could go 210, maybe even 205. So if we look at the 205, and I'm going to sell two of these, you do get a credit. Right now, the mid is 0.47. Markets close on Sunday, but there's a good chance that you'll get at least 0.47 on this trade. So you can make $47 on this trade. It uses $2,800 in buying power. So if you divide those out, you get a pretty decent return for a month. If it happens to drop all the way down to 205, though, you would make an extra $1,000 from the put debit spread at 215 down to 205. So there's a chance to make quite a bit more profits on the put debit spread part. And if you're okay wheeling the other 205 contract, you could take assignment, get 100 shares of it, and then sell covered calls, sell more puts to make a covered strangle and whatnot. So again, I think the ratio spread on the put side could be a good way to enter into a possible wheel strategy instead of just simply selling put at a certain strike price that you want to get assigned at. You want to look at the premiums and credits that you can receive when you take the trade. In general, if you make your width very wide, you're not going to get much credit on it. If you keep your width shorter, you'll get more initial credit. However, if you keep your width shorter, it's going to make less of a max profit if it gets to the sold puts. So fiddle around with the different strike prices to see what would work based on your risk return preferences. Again, this is Lance at thetatraders.com. I do a lot of these type of trades with covered strangles and stocks and in futures. So if you're interested, check the link down below, and I'll see you guys on the next one.